And for the men's super heavyweight championship of Europe, all of the men you're about to see weighing in over 105 kilos. It's been a terrific week, and hopefully we'll have a great finale. As you see the lineup here, Dmitry Lapikov, the bronze medalist at the Olympic Games, over 105 kilos, whereas Yevgeny Shigishev of Russia, well, he was the Olympic silver medalist for the over 105 kilo championship in Beijing, behind Matthew Steiner of Germany, who sadly is absent from today's competition. Turmanidze. Good little sequence here, but as they get to the third attempts thing, and they're going to be asked questions in many cases that they haven't answered on a competition stage before. But Turmanidze 185, so kilo by kilo this is going up at the moment. So this for the lead for the Georgian to take him up from 5th place. A step forward, but that equals his personal best, and he goes into the lead. 3 white lights, and actually the referee's having a pretty easy time of it now, because these are very good performances.
Yeah, consistently good. It's exciting for the audience. It's good for the lifters. No misses. Things move quickly. You have positive momentum. You get a lot of good feelings in the hall.
Now, coming on to a third attempt here for Vornik, and 185 on the bar. Now, this is a weight that he's achieved before now. Just to put this in perspective, the snatch European record, 211. And there it is, the inevitable first failure.
Yeah, well, up and over. You know, it's really funny how diminutive he looks, you know, as a super, doesn't he? Almost looks like he should be down in the prior bodyweight class. I think what he weighed, what, a little under 120, yeah, 119 kilos and change. Up and over. What'll happen when you swing the bar in second pole position, move it in an arc, and boom, over the head.
So it's Turmanidze who's got the lead, but Yuri Orsag in 2nd place now, coming out to take a 2 kilo increase to take him from 184 to 186. And again, this would improve his personal best on a competition stage. 6th in Europe last year when he totaled up 407. And he's looking to go to 420 today to get into the overall medal race. Maybe an overall bronze, but he's got to get this.
Uh-oh, it's contagious. 2 points are a line. You know, it's going the same direction, unfortunately, right now. But seriously, once again, up and over. Watch it in slow motion.
2 men yet to start. Lapikov, Shigishev, actually 3. Shemechko of the Ukraine still to open his account. And Turmanidze still with this narrow advantage by kilo over this man who just unfortunately missed that 3rd attempt. Janasek, Belarus, going for 187. Again, this is like 7 kilos up on what we've seen him do before. He did 180 in the World Championships in Antalya. And actually, he's put on a bit of weight since Antalya. He's added another 7 kilos. So Belarus in the lead.
He had a nice series of lifts. You know, said he wanted to perform well. He did. He delivered. Nice lifts. Look how easy that looked.
Not an easy lift. You have to be so precise, so explosive, and you have to be millimeter perfect in the positioning of the bar.
Yeah, it's always going to tend to look light when you snatch well.
Tumanidze. Now, again, he's been just going that kilo that he needs to get into the lead, and that's what he's looking for again. 188. So this is new territory for him. Not in the training hall maybe, but on the stage, on the platform, yes. 20 seconds. That is well done.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Randy, Georgia back into the lead.
I was going to say, nice lift. You know, they had a big night last night. Maybe left with some things that they weren't expecting in the form of medal. And he's continuing that tradition. Nice smooth lift. Look at this. We see it from the front. You'll see good arm lock. Good example, because sometimes we'll talk about bad arm lock. Look at his elbows, how they hyperextend. Just what you want.
So the bar to 190 to announce the arrival of the former European champion Kg Snatch. And now we're getting amongst the men who very definitely have a chance to go for overall honours here. Igor, who was European champion in 2009. Pretty straightforward opener. I just want to mention, Randy, there are some important absentees here. Matthias Steiner, the Olympic champion, European bronze medalist, just a twinge a few days before the championships, and Frank Mantek, the German coach, playing safe. Victor Skerbatis of Latvia, the 5-time European champion, sadly unable to come here. His mother's unfortunately fallen very ill, and understandably Victor not here. And Ruben Alexanyan, the very promising young Armenian, a shoulder injury, and he also unable to participate. But 3 very important absentees. So onto the stage comes Dmitry Lapikov for Russia. World silver medalist last year at the 105 kilo category, moving up into the super heavyweights. And the first throw of the dice by the first of the 2 Russians. 192 for the lead. And that, I have to say, was very unexpected. 192 kilos, even as a 105 kilo lifter, this is the sort of weight that he can manage. And I think if he wants to unsettle Shigishev, he's got to make his mark in the first half here, Randy.
Yeah, I don't think his plan really, well, realistically, would be to unsettle Shigishev. It's to show that he's a player in this new bodyweight class. Absolutely right to what you said, a weight that's well within his ability. This guy is a great snatcher, up and over. Unfortunately, in this case, you could see him shaking, trying to hold that. If a lifter tries to hold too long, they'll break an arm. You can see why right there, because you can see the pressure on the elbow. He has to release. An unfortunate way to start for him.
So there is Yevgeny Shigishev, man who in the World Championships failed to total, ran into trouble on the clean and jerk, but is the defending European champion. 205, 235 for 440 last year.
Lapikov being helped there by last night's champion, the 105 kilo class. There's David Riegert to his right. This is a very important attempt for him. He's got to come back full force and nail this.
Shemechko of the Ukraine still in the lead with 190. Tumanidze of Georgia second on 188. Janasek of Belarus at the moment 187, but this would change everything providing he does it. And that is the requested and required correction. Incidentally, as you see Lapikov breathe a sigh of relief, Shemechko, who is now down into second place, when he won the title 4:33, Shemechko today posting 4:25, so very much where he was last year. And Lapikov posted 4:37 as his target total. And only Shigishev, his teammate, a bigger total. And that was, by the way, Akayev that you were referring to, the winner last night. And here is Shigishev. Yevgeny Shigishev, coached by Viktor Tishenko, comes from Kemerovo in Siberia. And once or twice, you know, when he's been taken on, in a fight, he's been found wanting. When he gets his own way, he's fine. But that's why Lapikov can take him on. If he can take him on, Lapikov, then he might just be able to unsettle him. But he's got to do it in the first half.
Well, they're both better snatchers and clean and jerkers. This guy's good. The jerk is not his strength, and unfortunately not for his teammate either, but more on that later. Fantastic snatcher.
195, well within his compass, this. And this is for the lead by 3 kilos over teammate Lapikov. Shigishev, 31 years of age. And
I don't know. I don't like to see this because I think it was the left leg. Was it in Minsk last year that was the problem? Do you recall? I think it was the left. Sometimes a hamstring can go on this. I hope this is not the case.
I just get very worried when I see Shigishev feeling the leg. I find it very hard to read him in these situations.
Puts on the brakes a little bit, but he can see there's something going on with the left leg. That's why he's not standing up. Watch.
Now this is Shemechko, Ukraine, 195 to regain the advantage. He needs to hold on, and he's done that. This is a man who can put 200 plus over his head in the snatch phase. And
once again, you know, he's stronger in the snatch and the clean and jerk, and, you know, he has pressure of a different sort on him. I'm only saying this half in jest, but I turned around and Anatoly Pisarenko, as we predict, is here watching. Anatoly Pisarenko, of course, the formidable and ferocious super heavyweight from Ukraine in the 80s. And probably funding this team, and this guy's lifting in front of him, once again performing at his best, he hopes, for who's watching him. Nice lift. There it is, ice. Ice in the thigh now. Is he going to come out? They're not going to, they're wrapping him up, or are they just going to put the ice on? If that bandage goes around, that means he's out. If it goes around the ice, they're not going to risk jeopardizing his performance later this year just for this title. I don't mean just for this title, but in the scheme of things, they'd rather have him do well at the Worlds, and of course, if they can, get in another Olympics out of him. Oh, he's coming out. That means he's coming out. Wrap him up, send him out there.
Well, I didn't think there was any doubt that he was going to come out and have at least one more go. Now, just let me put this in perspective now. Shemechko weighed in at 134.81, and Shigishev 129.72. So if he does come out and get this 195, he will go into first place.
Yeah, you know, the pity of it, though, David, is I was really hoping we would see maybe a 205 and possibly 210 kilo snatch out of him today, but
now that's a no lift because he's been timed out and hasn't made it in time. He's got a third attempt.
Oh, I didn't realize he was up even. Pacing, I think they're still talking about it. He looked like he had to really favor that left leg, didn't you think, David, on that first attempt? I can't see him coming out feeling like that, frankly.
Well, it was incredibly worrying. I've seen him run into trouble, particularly on the clean and jerk phase with problems like that. But I didn't expect him to run into trouble this early at that weight. And if, you know, there was a concern, maybe 195 was not the right opening weight for him to come out at.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with that. That's the wrong weight. I think a hamstring can go. I'm not sure that's what it is. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it's the leg he had problems with last year.
Well, it's 1 minute 13 and counting down for this third and final attempt for Kg. He's got to make a decision pretty soon if he's going to come out. I mean, of course, he's always got the option to put the bar up and give himself a bit more time if he wants to, but he doesn't look terribly keen. And David Riggott on the right there, also just looking at a little shake of the head. I don't think he's going to come out. I mean, the body language says...
Chalking up.
Well, I don't think so. He may be coming out, but not super confident. He's coming out really for this audience and the crowd here, but 195, big effort required here. He gets this, of course, he stays alive in the competition, and he also would give himself a medal in the first half of the competition of some color, 15 seconds. No, not in the mind. Now, it didn't go above the knees, so he theoretically could try again, but it was never in his mind, and it didn't look in his mind in the back room. And I think he just came out really almost for the crowd, but to be honest, I never thought he was going to live that.
Yeah, I don't know. There's going to be a lot of heartbreak here, and I got to tell you, frankly, he's the office favorite among the women in Ironman. They're going to be sad about this too. This guy, though, he's got to focus on being healthy for Paris. Russia needs the team points, and then thinking of London.
The way he is and the fragility of the man now on too many competitions. Remember, at the World Championships, he got 210 on the snatch, failed on the clean and jerk. There are a lot of young pretenders out there. Now Lapikov coming out now for 198 in a head-to-head duel with the Ukrainian Shemechko, and gives away that third attempt there, and as a result of that finds himself only 2 kilos ahead of the Ukrainian. And Randy, I just said a moment ago, you know, I think he gave away that third attempt. That was really important because that would have given him a really useful advantage. Now the Ukrainian, the former champion, now his blood will be up to come and really move from second into top spot here, because he's only got to find 3 kilos. Well, suddenly after a really positive start to the competition, actually it's trailed off rather disappointingly, and at the halfway stage we've lost the favourite and we're left with Shemechko in second place. Dmitry Lapikov, the man, moving up to the super heavyweight class with a 2 kilo advantage over Shemechko of the Ukraine, with Tomanidze of Georgia finding himself in the bronze medal position.
Yeah, you know, these are big weights, David. These are just plain big weights. He gets pretty close on this. I think that Kg was the only guy to get really into, say, 205 sort of territory in this field, and with him going out early, we still, though, saw some pretty good snatches.